What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I am Lolise and I did not expect to be making this video today. I was going to make a different video, but this felt a little more pertinent. And that is the fact that Colleen Ballinger posted a response, I guess is what this is, or she's hoping it's her new hit single. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. But before we do, if you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get a notification every time I post. And please don't send anybody that we talk about in this video any hate, negativity, nothing like that. These are just my thoughts and opinions based on what I'm seeing play out on the internet. So if you have something to say about what we were talking about, just shoot it down in the comments below. That's what they are there for. I'm not even gonna go into all the stuff of what the backstory is, because if you need to, just check my previous video. I will try to remember to put it up here. Now, I gotta say, I've actually been watching a lot of wrestling. I actually really love wrestling, especially like 90s Attitude Era. So I have been going back and watching a lot of like mid to late 90s and some like early 2000s as well. This really had me looking at Colleen's video and whole like response in a completely different way. My first thought was like, okay, is this kayfabe? Is Colleen Ballinger turning heel? Heel is essentially the word for villain in the wrestling industry. So it seemed to me like this was just an abrupt heel turn. And you know, I have to say, sometimes a heel turn can actually be a great thing for your career. I mean, look at Hulk Hogan, for example. Of course, he was already like a mega huge star before he turned heel, but without him turning heel, we may not have ever gotten the amazing faction of NWO. Also, look at Stone Cold Steve Austin with Austin 316. I wonder what Colleen 316 would be like.
All aboard the toxic gossip train.
Never mind. Now it also gives like kind of creepy, dark WWE promo vibes, like Mankind hiding in the basement, or The Fiend's super like creepy, weird monstrosity of Firefly Funhouse, which like almost made it feel like it was Mr. Rogers, but then it had a very dark undertone. It's a kind of the vibe that I got from this video, just like a little bit. Hopefully Colleen follows WWE's example and just kills this storyline off quickly and goes back to being a nicer person, I guess, is the outcome of this. Or maybe she's gonna get into some sort of wrestling feud with somebody. But for real though, all jokes aside, this video could not possibly be any worse. Like, I don't know what she could have done to make this more abhorrent to watch. It was literally a 10-minute video where she pulled out a ukulele and played a song. She actually wrote and rehearsed a song for this, because it also seemed like this was all in one take. I mean, was she trying to get like quirky Breakfast at Tiffany vibes, you know, where like Audrey Hepburn is like on the fire escape playing her ukulele and I don't remember the song that she's playing? Because like this is not it. The vibe that I'm getting from this is actually very annoyed and pissed off and dismissive about this entire thing, and that she even has to address this. But even though she says later her team told her not to address this, so I'm not sure why she made this. I mean, you want to talk about like Bitter Betty, the chorus of this song, I think that's what that's called, the chorus where you're like going back and repeating things. I'm not musically inclined, I'm sorry, but it was Toxic Drama Train, Hop All Aboard to Manipulation Station, and the video was just called Hi. I am filming this about like 18 hours after it was posted, and at this point it has 2.3 million views. It has 45,000 likes to 295 dislikes. That's going over real well. Also, like the tags are weird in this, which include tags of baby, mom, mother, comedy, fun. This is fun. I mean, I guess like it looks like she's having fun. And I'm gonna say that she says things, but she's like singing, whatever. And she says at the beginning of the song, like there are a lot of untrue things being said, but who cares when it's entertainment? I don't think like Adam McIntyre or the USA #1 fan, I think his name is Johnny, or the several other people who have come forward and talked about like interactions with you at live shows or in these group chats, I don't think they find this very entertaining. I don't think Adam found it very entertaining when he had to make multiple police reports. But you seem to find it entertaining because you wrote and rehearsed and filmed this whole song. Sounds like you had a good time figuring out and formulating your response to all of this. And she continues to call it misinformation, but never backs up or clears up any of this misinformation. The Demois item that I posted in the last video said that she was sitting on like a mountain of proof. So where was it? Where's this proof? She says she has proof. I almost wonder if she wrote that blind item to Demois herself. Because, you know, I didn't see any like facts or receipts come out in this video. I didn't see anything but a woman being extremely passive aggressive towards people that she's wronged. Maybe she was planning to try and hypnotize everybody with this song. Maybe she is in fact not human, but is a siren. She also makes mention, like I said, of all this being manipulation, pulling a manipulation station, but she never says how it's manipulation on anybody's part. She does later in the video say that she did manipulate people but did not intend to. So drama channels are the manipulating ones? I'm not really sure at this point anymore. Rolling Stone is the manipulating one. Adam McIntyre and the other people who were minors and were taken advantage of are manipulative. No, it's just Colleen. Then she says, you know, her team advised her not to do this. Is her team also made up of teenagers? Because she had Adam working for her for free. So is everyone that works for her like a unpaid intern? Or like that US #1 fan who did work on her live show, but he lost his hotel room privileges and had to sleep on the tour bus. She says her PR team said she shouldn't talk about this, but they didn't say she shouldn't sing or couldn't sing about it. Girl, you should have just kept your mouth shut if this was your only option in your head. If this was the only idea you had for this, you should have listened to your PR team because I'm sure you pay them a lot of money. She only wants to talk about facts in this, but does not provide any facts. She just plays a ukulele for 10 minutes. Now, she does get into talking about the girls singing, rather, about the group chats, and says it wasn't in like a creepy way, it was like in a loser way. She just wanted to be best friends with them, with teenagers and people younger. Adam was like 10 or 11 when he really joined the Colleen Ballinger fandom. You want to be friends with an 11-year-old? And she like equates it to being like the weird aunt at a barbecue or whatever that's like, hey girl, what's the tea? And what? Usually when you think about a weird aunt or uncle, it's usually like, hey, stay away from that weird uncle. And I mean, I'm an aunt and I have a niece who is like, you know, I mean, she's like 13 going on like 18 at this point. Kids grow up so fast now. You know, she knows I have a YouTube channel. I know she is on TikTok, and we do follow each other on social media. We don't really interact too often. If you're watching, hey girl. But, you know, when I do talk to her about stuff, I'll talk to her about stuff about pop culture or social media or things like that. And yeah, she is a young adult, but I don't like bring adult problems into my conversations with her or things that are wildly inappropriate. And it also makes me wonder if, I mean, does she have like nieces and nephews? I know she has a brother who is apparently wildly inappropriate with minors online too. How does she treat those kids? I mean, I would never say some of the things that Colleen has said to these kids in group chats to my niece. The embarrassing questions, telling them to stick tampons up their noses and take a picture of it, asking a teenager if they're a virgin. What? But she felt like they were friends, and because it was so early in her YouTube career, she didn't understand that she should have boundaries. Girl, you were an adult. You were an adult when you started YouTube. You should have always known that like having personal conversations with people who are teenagers or younger, and when I say personal conversations, I mean talking about your divorce, talking about other people in your fandom, making fun of other fans to other fans. And that's not even like the full crux of everything that happened. She just downplays so much of what is the actual issue. I mean, you're a grown adult. Nobody should have to teach you that it's not right to have a personal friendship with somebody who is 15 years old when you're in your 20s and 30s. Now, you can be like a mentor to somebody, but being a mentor or like somebody who's helped guiding somebody through life is not the same as a friend. A mentor wouldn't be sharing things like their personal divorce or their dating life with somebody that they're mentoring. That's not what the relationship is. Sure, it's fine to share those things with your friends, but you have to have age-appropriate friends to be sharing this kind of stuff with. And it speaks volumes about somebody when you see that the majority of their friends are people who are vastly underage than them. It shows that she has a complete lack of maturity. Colleen also sings that she has changed her behavior and took accountability. Where, girl? Because allegedly you were still in these group chats even like a week ago talking about Adam McIntyre's most recent video. She's still doing super tasteless jokes at these shows, so it doesn't seem like anything has changed. So where is the change in accountability? Because this whole thing is a complete mockery of the entire situation and all of her behavior. She's not taking any accountability or responsibility. She is really pissed that this is hurting her reputation, and she doesn't say it, but I'm sure it's really hurting her wallet too. I know a lot of venues are getting a lot of complaints about her show coming through. Like, I know that for a fact. Thing is that she views this and everybody talking about this as people just using it as entertainment and creating this whole mob mentality against her. Yeah, girl, that's not taking accountability for your actions. She does acknowledge that she knows people are gonna hate this video, and she's gonna get comments like, "You're gaslighting, you're a narcissist, la la la." That comment right there is pretty gaslighting, because I think she feels like she is being genuine and that people are gonna get this and accept this and understand her. And I guess 45,000 people at this point do understand and accept this, but the vast majority see it for what it is, a passive-aggressive slap in the face. Is that even a thing? It is now. She also says, look, Miranda Sings is PG-13. It is on my website. It is on the YouTube channel. It's not my responsibility to be monitoring if kids that are age-appropriate are watching it. And to a certain extent, yes, I do believe that is true. Like, as a parent, you do really hold some responsibility in what your kid is watching, especially on YouTube, because if you have like autoplay on, just stuff starts flying through. And I know my brother-in-law has had with my little niece who just turned 4, like, he had YouTube playing, and then at one point another video started, and halfway through he starts hearing like curse words and things, and he doesn't want his 4-year-old hearing that. It was like crazy. You definitely need to be like monitoring what's being watched. However, the problem is not just that people are seeing these really inappropriate jokes in your videos. It's that you willingly know that people who are under the age of 13, you can blatantly look at them and tell, are going to your live show. So you do know that they are viewing your content. But the even bigger crux of that problem is that you have people who are under the age of 13 in group chats, and you're interacting with them in inappropriate, though non-sexual ways. That's the issue. So it doesn't really matter if a parent is monitoring the videos or not. If a parent has already monitored and saw that they don't like that their kid is watching that video, but the kid is already like in the group chat and the parent doesn't know, that whole argument is null and void. She does sing that it is not her intention to manipulate. Well, intention is kind of pointless to bring up when it doesn't matter what the outcome of your actions are. Your intention may not to be have hurt someone, but you still hurt someone. So you do have to take responsibility and accountability for that, which is what you said you were doing. But I have yet to see this, and at this point, when I'm writing this in my notes, I'm almost done with the video. She does start to get a little more somber because, you know, she goes into talking about how she's getting backlash and she's getting a lot of hate, and I'm sure she is. I'm sure she's getting it from every direction. And, you know, she says it's really painful, and I'm sure you could have a very interesting conversation with Adam McIntyre about those kinds of experiences, but she does feel like shit, and I mean, I do believe it's true. I mean, how can you not? And then she ends with this freestyle on the ukulele that sometimes people make a mistake, and it doesn't mean they're not a good person, but you didn't make just one mistake. You've made countless mistakes over many, many years, including this mistake of a video. This video was a mistake, girl. So it wasn't just one mistake, it's countless patterns of behavior that people are now really coming together and pointing out. And side note, most people who are like good people, or like if somebody's like, I'm a nice guy, they're generally not. I'm just saying that. If a guy ever tells me I'm a nice guy, I don't believe them for a second. What she needs to do is she needs to do some real self-reflection, because this entire thing comes off extremely defensive and condescending. I'm not really sure what she expected from this video other than that it would just rile people up. Like, she's literally poking the bear with this. Now, the comments were a very interesting place in this video. Some videos I've watched about this topic, because yes, I have watched some other people's opinion on the video already. They said they saw a lot of positive comments, but I didn't. maybe like negative comments are getting deleted by the time they see them, or like more are flooding in. But I wanted to share some of the comments with you because I found them to be sometimes comical, but also very insightful. Life isn't a Broadway show. You can't grab a ukulele and sing a song and expect a good response, especially on a topic this serious. I want my multiple years back of watching your videos. People are hurting Colleen. It wasn't a fart joke. And then some people were just in disbelief. This person said, this is a canon event. I'm really witnessing this. This is literally supposed to be an apology video. This is really happening. I cannot interfere. Somebody else said the fact she doesn't think her conversations were inappropriate while asking fans about virginity and other adult topics is laughable at best. And in her video, she did say like, I've been sharing my life for 15 years online and blah, blah, blah. And somebody said, babe, we've all been sharing our lives online for 15 years. I can only imagine what your therapist is gonna say when they see this. This feels like a alternate reality. No way this is how she chose to respond. Another one said, her PR team is fighting for their life right now. And then somebody called out her saying accusations were false. A lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't true. Literally, people showed proof. Who in their right mind sees what they're being accused of and says, let me sing a song about how they're wrong? And this comment reminds me of something that my husband just sent me a little bit ago. He doesn't pay attention to YouTube drama normally, but like he's actually started seeing stuff about this like on his Reddit feed, and he sent me this screenshot. And this just makes me laugh. It says, Miranda Sings YouTuber denies grooming allegations and lengthy ukulele video. And then below it, there's a meme from It's Always Sunny. And it says, there's no quicker way for people to think that you're diddling kids than to write a song about it. I'm not saying she's diddling kids, but like, I don't know, I just thought that was funny. Now, this comment, and this might be the last one I read, this one was super insightful, and it says, one thing I want to say is that your intention does not equal the impact. Even if you did not intend to hurt or manipulate others, that's what you did. That's the point that people have been trying to make. Accountability for the impact of your actions is what matters, not whether or not you intended to do those things. Well spoken, Natalie_Sipes. Sipes? Is it Sipes? Seeps? Sips. I can't believe this masterpiece of entertainment is free to all of us. And that's what I'm saying. She says like this is all about entertainment for the masses, so then you put out a ukulele song. So yeah, this is going down in internet history as one of the craziest, I don't even want to call it an apology video because she doesn't apologize in this video. She just says, I feel bad. Everybody's being really mean to me for something I did years ago, when she's still doing that stuff now. Anyway, I at this point, when it was dropped, when I first saw the video, I was pretty speechless. I couldn't believe that this was what we got. Well, I'm sure she's making a lot of money off the views. Like I said, it got over 2.3 million views in like 18 hours, and it is a 10-minute long video, so she did get to stick a little mid-roll ad in there as well. I'm sure she is making bank off of this, just like everybody else on the drama gossip train or whatever she called it. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you have not already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video. Darn it. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Be safe. I will see you in my next video. Laters. Bye.